my buddy Corey, Frank G with G3 Services. He's got 30 plus years in the business. I've been doing it like 15, 16 years, and my partner Corey another 20. My wife's been in trucking since 2001. A lot of years of knowledge. And so I wanted to get on real quick and just talk about trucking in general. It's amazing with all the talk about cheap freight and brokers this, trucking that, and everything. But what I wonder about is the education of the industry. No one wants to hear about the education of the industry, but they should, because you have all these places on Instagram and YouTube and everybody talking. But really, the founding factor comes back to when you started your authority. What was your plan? Always wonder, what was your 2 year plan? You always yell about somebody else taking money or making more or this or that. But really, when you started your authority or you thought about getting into business, what was your 2 year plan? When you sat down with your wife, or you're an investor, or you were a company driver that jumped into an owner operator, or skipped from company driver straight to buying a truck and got his authority. What was your plan the day you thought to file that MC number and get a company going? You know what I mean? Like, you think about a business owner or investor, or somebody that works for somebody else that built up some money. You think about them. You leaving your everybody always says you're leaving that job so that way you can work for yourself, but you go and get buy equipment and get an authority and don't understand how to make the money and allow somebody else to run it for you till it makes it or fails. What is the difference than working for the person you're working for in the first place? Because you're still not controlling your business or running it or stepping out or making money. It's more like a crazy, fucked up investment idea that you thought was a good idea. And then the husband and wife, they're getting authority. Your insurance is going to be $15,000, $20,000. You're going to have 350, 450 a week fixed cost, your truck payment, your trailer, and your fuel, and your driver. So you're already looking at 35 to 4,300, 4,500 minimum before you start. So what is your plan and your 2 year plan to be able to make more money? Where are you going to make it? How are you going to make it? Are you just going to use load boards? Are you going to build relationships? What brokers will you use before you start? Everybody says you can't survive on your own driving because in the first 90 days, no one will use you, but I know 100 of them plus that will. So, and what are you going to do with your business? I mean, how are you going to add on, make more levels of money? If you spend everything you have to open your business, what kinds of things can you do with that business? Where will you hire drivers? What states are best? Shouldn't you discuss all that with your insurance agent instead of using the guy that blows your phone up before you start? How much growth will it have? How much does your agent understand about what you're going to do in the next 2 years of business? You know what I mean? How are you going to get customers that as a carrier is one truck? What is it going to take for you to diversify to do different things? In a 2 year plan, it's very important. You know what I mean? Like on the dispatching side, did you just plan on your 2 year plan to use a dispatching service, or dispatch just using the load boards? I mean, all it is just going on a load board, finding a load, and then doing some paperwork, picking it up, getting it delivered, and getting it paid. Shit, there's nothing else involved in dispatching than that. That's a simple system. You take the load, call the carrier, do that. There's nothing more involved. There's no safety, there's no compliance, there's no learning how to gain 20 hours a week. There's no system of learning how to be home on the weekends, because that's why you got your authority, or duplicating products, or making sure while you're home on the weekend you make more on the weekend than you do when you're out on the road, but you're actually at home. All that stuff comes in the variables of building a product and having a 2 year plan. Like, what is a trailer worth to me if I buy a semi trailer as an investor? Could it be, if I was able to educate myself on different parts of the business and everything went right and I was perfect for it, could I made it $600,000 over 10 years off one semi trailer and never paid anything for it? I don't know. What's your 2 year plan? What is your 10 year plan? What are you thinking about in business? Or are you just flying by the seat of your pants? If you have questions about things like this and you're still confused and wonder why you're hauling cheap freight all the time, and the classification of cheap freight, always wonder that, whether a broker's keeping it or a carrier doesn't know how to get it. classification of cheap freight as you not being smart enough to know what you need and not knowing what the word no means and where to run so you can say yes and get the freight. I mean, obviously, most of the freight doesn't go on the low boards anyways. And even when freight's paying good and the industry's not down by whatever it is, 40, 50, 60%, it's on ridiculous. Even in 2008 and all those years when it was different, you still had a choice of not to haul a dollar a mile. No one stuck the gun in your mouth that told you you had to do it. No one put you in that spot you freight chased to. No one told you you had to pick up on the phone and argue with the idiot over the rate. You can definitely hang up. No one told you you couldn't make a list of your commodities and go after customers. No one said you can't do anything. You have the freedom in this country right now to pay taxes. You have the freedom to buy a truck. You have the freedom to own on or owner operator. You have the freedom to stay out 3 weeks at a time, or 4 or 5 or 2 months. And you have the freedom to run a certain area around your house, go home on weekends and find more guys that like to do that same thing, build up a customer list, build up products, make lots of money, give them the opportunity to help you grow your business. You have an opinion to say I'm fucking nuts and fly by the seat of your pants and keep doing what you're doing and listen to people that don't know what they're doing because they don't even know what it's like to run more than 1 2 trucks, and they got their get rich quick programs and everything's easy and you're going to do it in a week, which this is not true. Some of these carriers that'll watch my video, or even if you do, you will be out there going, man, there ain't nothing easy about this business. Just to get to a certain amount of trucks is hard. And there's so many different levels that you don't understand about fleet status and everything else because you didn't understand it before you started. You didn't think about it before you started because all you wanted to do is be like the rest and go out there and make that money, get that authority, jump right in. Guys, there's nothing wrong with jumping in, and there's a ton of money. Learn how to control your wheel. Learn how to make money more than one way. That's what everybody else does. That's why they have money. You don't, because all you're doing is getting by. And getting by won't cut it in this industry. Because when you're getting by, you hit one road bump, blows a tire, and you're out of business. What fun is it in that? Guys, check us out at Shaggy's Consulting Training Group on Facebook, or check us out on Google. We're all over the place. We are here for you. We've been doing it a long time. We want to help you grow your business, do it right. We want to help brokers learn how to dispatch so they can control the assets. And we want people to do this 100% independent and take their business to the next level. It's opportunity. And right now is a big time to do it because things are going to change, man. Stock market's on the rise. People are going back to work. The numbers are moving, freight's starting to pick up, areas are changing. Where will you be at this time? What will you be doing? Will you go back to your old ways? Peace out.